Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashimi Habashai, Bashim Rakakwadash, double honor to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessed salutation to the hopeful elect, noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bashimi Habashai, wherever it may be. Hey, man, people are losing their minds, man. All right, everybody is contentions. Everybody is on edge. Motherfuckers is losing their patience, man. And hey, this jab. That's the reason for a lot of people's frustration, man. All right, and mainly with this airline, Spirit Airlines, which I've flown with them a few times, man, and I could say these some unprofessional. They're highly unprofessional. I mean, we got kicked out for flight, all because you know what I'm saying. We had a few words with one of the attendants, man. We got kicked off the flight. Luckily, they gave us our money back, but we had to deviate and fly a whole nother route just to get to our destination, because, they don't have a policy or a contract with those different airlines and interviews to get you to transfer like United Airlines. Let's just say if they flights get delayed, then they have some type of crossover with Southwest Airlines. So therefore, they can credit the flight, etc. But Spirit, they don't have that, So I guess they say you get what you pay for. Right, but it says Spirit Airlines collapses, riots break out as agents are told to flee airports for their own safety. Damn. All right, and this is just pictures of it here. These are certain videos people uploaded. All right, and they're claiming that they were delaying flights due to like weather and like all types of other shit too. So I believe it's something else that's going on, but they not really speaking on it because the article hints at it, but then again they make it seem like it's just like an inconvenience. But these are unprofessional people, period, and they got a lot of black women that work for them. So it says here, we've covered our fair share of flight on board Spirit Airlines, but today is no laughing matter. And you notice a lot of people that ride Spirit, motherfuckers fight all types of shit. Somebody's always getting kicked off because of the mask, or a flight attendant is talking greasy to somebody. This world is burning, man, and people are finna start losing their marbles, especially when they mandate, Vanessa. And it says here, we've covered our fair share of flights on board Spirit Airlines, but today is no laughing matter. It says Spirit Airlines is experiencing a total meltdown that has led to extraordinary measures across the network. Unconfirmed reports of riots in Bethlehem have been reported in Puerto Rico and Florida. As the day progresses, the situation is getting worse. Okay, and that's funny. I was just down in Florida back in February, and I've took this very same airline. It wasn't no problems or anything like that. But to say, when it's fares are that cheap, you tend to get the lower class people that ride those flights. Okay, and it says Spirit Airlines collapses. Operational meltdown leads to hundreds of delays and cancellations. All right, so it says as of 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Spirit Airlines has canceled 277 flights, representing 36% of its scheduling according to Flight Aware data. It says 159 flights have been delayed, representing 20% of its schedule. So 277 flights have been canceled. Okay, it says weather alone is not to blame for the delay, although it is the primary catalyst, because you do have the country that's on fire, and then you got floods, you got all types of shit happening in America that Esau is not reporting on. But it says staffing issues and a schedule that's likely far too ambitious are also to blame, because they don't have enough people. People are quitting, people are getting laid off, people are not coming back, they don't want to deal with the tyranny, etc. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, these people with Spirit, from what I've seen, they're very unprofessional. It's a lot of young people that work for them, and like I said, I've had one altercation at an airport back when I was in Vegas a few years back, but overall, the experience flying them has been pretty straightforward. No real problems for real. People seem to mind their business, but those flights tend to be compacted and crowded, and people get frustrated. For them to have the lowest fare rates, they have a draconian way of pushing people's limits, man. Because I've heard horror stories about that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it says, but Spirit Airlines, a so-called ultra low-cost carrier, does not have the interline agreement with other airlines. It says when delays and cancellations happen, passengers are hung out to dry. It said it is a risk that you take when you book with a carrier like Spirit Airlines, because they don't have good ratings, It's just for convenience. And honestly, you're really not paying that much cheaper than any air flights, because If you don't book them on time or in advance, you got to pay extra for the bags, etc. You know, to have a bag check, that's an extra 40, $50. You be better off flying Southwest Airlines. You come up, I mean, it rounds out to about the same dollar. All right. But it says a tweet suggested the situation in San Juan, Puerto Rico is spiraling out of control. It says with passengers riding, flights ordered to divert, crew members told to change out of uniform, and ground staff huddled being behind locked doors. All right. So people were basically being held fucking like not hostage, but they're being protected for their own safety. Because it says here, it says riots break out. Passengers are breaking computers, attempting to break the jet bridge door, and are assaulting gate agents. 25 crew members are huddled up in a ramp breaking room for SWAT to escort them away. It says crews are urged to change clothes to avoid detection. Tempers are flaring at Orlando and Fort Lauderdale as well. Okay. And like I said, I was just down there in Florida a couple of months ago, man. And I mean, it was a smooth transition, but in these trying times, man, people, you know, they under the medicine, they under the potion, you know, people are not going back to work. They're running out of money. You know, I believe the eviction moratorium is being extended, I believe. Not 100% sure, but that's what I came across. But either way it go, people on edge, man, and they getting ready to lose their minds. All right. But anyway, it says perhaps you can imagine a situation, flight cancellations and delays means passengers may be stranded for days. It says gate agents have no answer. Passengers become agitated. Agents disappear. Passengers become more agitated. So I'm sorry to say that the reported behavior does not surprise me. It says we've seen such poor behavior at Spirit Airlines ticket counters and on board over the last year that these reports seems more than plausible. It says after all, look at this. And these are fucking people that were waiting 3.5 hours for flights. Look at this. It says when Spirit Airlines leaves you stranded in Puerto Rico with no employees in sight and holds your luggage and money hostage, we're stuck overnight with no clothes, essentials for our 3 to 1 year olds, and we're still without answers. So these people getting ready to lose it, man. Look at this. Damn. I won't be using them no more. Yep, so this is the state of America, and it's just going to get worse. It says this is MCO. It says flight cancellations and people suffering in high airports during the pandemic. Phone line is not answered. Only one agent assisting with canceled flights. Do your job, Spirit Airlines. It says hard to see how a survivor survives after this weekend. It says our boyfriend and I got a small taste of chaos in Orlando and Houston. It said I feel for thousands of other passengers who are having a worse experience. So right now ain't the time to travel, man. If you ain't busting it or by car, it's really not the time to be traveling anywhere, you know, because they getting ready to lock everything back down. It says Spirit Airlines spokesperson confirms both weather and operational challenges have impacted flights. Okay, but it says if you're flying Spirit Airlines, you wish you the best. Blase, blase, blase. But anyway, shit is getting out of hand, all right? So I got one precept here. It says the burden of Egypt and the Lord, it says the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord riding upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt should be moved at his presence, and the heart of the Egyptians should melt in the midst of it. So when the Lord comes back with those chariots, he's going to destroy these people. These people are demons, man. All right, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. So, hey, look, tensions are rising, man. Okay, people are gonna start offering one another, and we'll start killing one another. People are gonna start going in each other's houses. Tensions are building up. You know, neighbors don't really get along. They're not vibing, etc. You know, people going out in public. People are ignoring the new mask mandates, man. It's gonna get ugly out here, especially this winter when they start locking shit down. Lord's will, man, bro. It's gonna be a big powder keg out here of destruction, man. So, hey, brothers, we got to, you know, navigate circumspectly in that day. We just can't be reckless because, you know, the Lord's hand is over us, man. We got to still navigate in the spirit because you don't want to get caught up in any of these incidents unless, you know, you have to. All right. But anyway, and the spirit of Egypt shall fell in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirit, and to the wizards, man. So anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a ball.